Here are 10 calisthenics must-do exercises for muscle growth. So the very first exercise I'm going to be demonstrating here is going to be pike push-ups. Now pike push-ups, it's a vertical pressing movement for mostly your shoulders and upper chest. If you want to get a big upper chest and a big shoulders especially, you want to do this movement. So basically you want to have your feet actually like with your toes pointed and your feet together, and you want to have all your weight leaning onto your palms. So I see a lot of beginners, they make mistakes. Like they're leaning too much weight on their legs. You actually want to be on your tiptoes. Have your toes pointed, all your weight onto your palms. Boom, press down, push back up. And these are pike push-ups. Now, what you don't want to do is turn this more into a horizontal push-up. And what I mean by that is, you say you come down, boom, then you lean forward more and touch your chest to the floor. You don't want to do that because that's not going to be working the shoulders. You're going to be mostly working the triceps and the chest there. You want to put the focus on the shoulders. If you have parallettes, you can actually get a deeper stretch in your shoulders simply by coming down deeper. Boom, now I have more room for my head clear. And this can give you just a little bit more of stimulation in the shoulders, which is going to lead to more growth. If you really want to take things to the next level, you can take your feet, elevate it on a surface. So I got a bench behind me right here, and you can do elevated pike push-ups. Now I got the parallettes for an even deeper stretch. Boom. Plus even more weight onto my shoulders, which is really going to provide an excellent stimulus for hypertrophy. Now remember, the main points of hypertrophy is you want to go slow on the eccentric, which is the lowering portion, which is going to be stretching out those shoulders and the upper chest. And then you want to come up and really contract those shoulders. And you also want to extend fully. So a lot of people, they don't fully extend. You want to focus on fully extending those shoulders, fully pushing through the shoulders. And that's really going to give you a really hard contraction, which you're going to be able to feel, and it's going to help you build more muscle. All right, so the next exercise we're going to talk about is pull-ups. So you need a pull-up bar for this, obviously. Obviously, pull-ups, one of the main muscles you're going to be focusing on for aesthetics and looks is going to be your lats here. So you want to really focus on the lats, and the way you do that is by having your chest pointed towards the bar. Now there's this little scapula movement you do, boom, that engages your back a little bit more. So you actually want to do that before you do your reps. So boom, engage that scapula, pull up, point your chest towards the bar, try to pull through the bar, boom, slowly lower back down, and that's how you want to perform these pull-up reps. Now again, as always, a nice and slow controlled eccentric is going to be very good for hypertrophy. So you really want to focus on eccentrics and lowering slowly. That way you get a full stretch on your lats and on those back muscles, and you can grow bigger and stronger week after week. Now, if you're somebody who can't actually do pull-ups, what you can do is go out and buy yourself a assistance band or resistance band. So these are actually called resistance bands, but we're gonna use them as assistance. Let's go ahead and wrap this around the bar here. And basically all you wanna do is take this, put your foot through it. So obviously you can't see that, but you'll see it in a second. And boom, pull-ups are that much more easier. Another thing you can do once you get good at assisted pull-ups is actually pull-up negatives. So what a pull-up negative is, it's easy, right? So basically you want to jump up to the bar, boom, and you're fully focused on the negative or eccentric part of the exercise. Boom, you're done with your rep. Now you want to jump back up, boom, and these are pull-up negatives. And once you're able to get about, I would say like 10 negatives, you should at least be able to get one pull-up. And from there, you can continually build up your strength until you're able to do 10 pull-ups. Then you can go on to do archer pull-ups, different variations of pull-ups to build more muscle and get stronger over time, or you can even do weighted pull-ups. So we went over vertical pulling and vertical pushing. Now we're gonna go over horizontal pushing. So horizontal pushing, obviously we're gonna talk about push-ups, right? So there's so many variations of push-ups as well, but I'm gonna go over the basic variation, which is regular old push-ups. The way you wanna perform these push-ups, especially if you wanna grow a bigger chest, so if you really wanna focus on chest, pay attention to this. You actually wanna imagine like you're squeezing your hands together. Even though your hands are gonna be stationary, you're gonna imagine that you're squeezing them together and you're rotating your palms in like this. So when you're doing a push-up, you push up, boom, it's gonna look like that. However, you're not actually gonna be doing it that way. Obviously, you're gonna be in a fixed position. However, this is just like a mental cue to activate the chest more. So I'll show you what that looks like, boom. Don't rest on the floor like this. You actually want to be like in an active position. Push up and slow eccentric, push up, and these are basic push-ups. Now, You want to keep your core tight and your legs could be have a little bit of tension in them. That way there's no energy leaks. Doing them for hypertrophy, you want to go slow and controlled. If you want to get more strength, you want to get more hypertrophy, slow and controlled is always the way to go, okay? Now, if push-ups are too hard for you, obviously you can go to your knees, do some knee push-ups, right? We've all heard this, knee push-ups. You can even do, I got a bench right here. You can do push-ups on your bench like this. That makes it way easier, right? All right, as you can see, I got the bench set up right here and I got my dip bars right here. So I'm gonna show you guys exercise of horizontal pulling now. So we did vertical pulling. Now we're gonna do horizontal pulling, which is called inverted rows. Basically, you take your dip bars, right, or any surface you have that you can pull on, any bar, and essentially you can progress these up into front lever rows. However, basically you want to take your horizontal surface, could be any horizontal surface, pull your body weight in a vertical position, and this is basically body weight rows, right? So you can do inverted rows. So I put my feet up on my bench, boom, pull. And this is the way I do them because it makes it harder. So basically, the thing to keep in mind here, if you wanted to make it easier, you want to pull more like vertically like this. And if you want to make it harder, you want to lean back more and pull more horizontally like that. Keep that in mind. And now the next exercise we're gonna go over is gonna be dip. Now, yes, this is another vertical pushing movement. However, it's gonna focus more on your triceps. So if you want bigger triceps, definitely incorporate this movement into your workout routine. It's also gonna work that lower chest as well and a little bit of a shoulder. So vertical position, I'm gonna demonstrate for you right now. Boom, push up, slowly lower down. You can see the stretch in my pecs. Boom, push back up. And this is how you perform the dips for muscle growth. Again, if you want to activate more chest, you can do that cue I was talking about earlier, which is pulling your hands together even though they aren't going to be moving. So boom, really contract. Even on the way down, imagine you're still trying to pull your hands together. And that's really going to activate that chest if you really want to work on the chest. So I know a lot of calisthenics guys, man, y'all skip leg day. Okay, we're not gonna be skipping leg day on this channel. You are not gonna skip leg day. I will make you do leg day, okay? So we're gonna talk about exercise you can do at home that's super intense for legs, and anyone can do it. So basically you want to find the elevation. I got a bed right next to me, so if you don't have a bench, there's no excuses. You can do them on your bed if you want to. However, I'm gonna put my leg up on this bench here, boom, put this other leg out, come down, and this is basically Bulgarian split squats. Now, I do these with the weight. However, you can do these without weight. There's no excuses, all right? And take them to failure. Your legs are definitely gonna be growing bigger and stronger. Now, the reason why I chose this particular exercise and not like regular squats or even levitation squats is because of the balance factor associated with those other exercises. Now, I think regular squats for most people, just way too easy, right? Regular body weight squats, not gonna be too difficult. So the reason why I chose these is because these are a little more difficult because you're putting more weight onto one leg, and you can actually progress these into different exercises such as the pistol squat as well. We're gonna be talking about Nordic curls, okay? So I'm gonna put my feet underneath this bar right here. I'm gonna show you guys Nordic curls. Now I do have a bench in front of me so I can lean and get my weight against it because this exercise is very intense. It's gonna work the back of your legs, which is otherwise known as your hamstrings. And if you wanna grow bigger and stronger hamstrings, this is actually one of the most effective exercises in the world to do so. So fair warning, not even like weightlifters can do this exercise. Very few people can actually do it. I know I can't currently, but I'm going to be able to work to it one day. So basically, you wanna lower down with your legs, boom, lower all the way down, then flex back up. And that's Nordic curls. Now you can do these on the vertical bar from earlier that you did the inverted rows on. The way this works is basically we're gonna be doing bicep curls, but with our body weight. So I'll show you with the bar first. Boom, curl up, and we're just really focused on contracting the biceps, and that's the body weight bicep curl. However, it's gonna be more effective with the gymnastic ring simply because you can move freely in space. Self-explanatory, lean your weight onto your biceps, boom, curl up. Slowly lower down, focus on the eccentric contraction. Boom, curl up. And these are body weight bicep curls you can do with gymnastic rings at home. So another exercise I can demonstrate right here is tricep extensions. So body weight tricep extensions. You can do these on the floor as well. If you do them on the floor, they're called tiger bend push-up. Get that deep stretch in triceps, extend up, and really contract the triceps. Very effective exercise. Now, obviously, the lower the bar is, so if I take these dip bars and lower them, the harder the exercise is gonna be. So these gymnastic rings, you see, they're a little bit lower, so I'll demonstrate them on the gymnastic rings. Boom. All right, they're like 10 times harder on the gymnastic rings. So if you want bigger triceps and bigger looking arms, definitely incorporate this exercise into your routine. All right, so last but certainly not least, I'm gonna show you guys pseudo-plant push-ups. Now, a lot of beginners don't actually know about this exercise, but if you're subscribed to me, you definitely know about them. So you wanna start from your chest right here, move your hands down towards your hips, right? So you're pushing from your hips, which is more towards your center of your gravity, which is gonna be pushing a larger percentage of your body weight. You get on the floor, put your hands towards your hips, lean forward. You don't wanna actually be leaning back like this. You wanna lean forward the whole time. And push up. Really keep yourself accountable on this. Really lean forward. And that's really what's gonna create the tension, because you're pushing more of your body weight, which is really gonna make the exercise that much harder. All right, so I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, definitely leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and check out my Patreon. I'm training people on Patreon. I'm gonna be group coaching on Patreon. I'm gonna provide you guys with weekly downloadable PDFs that you can download directly to your phone of workouts, okay? So we're gonna be doing weekly workouts. If that's something you're interested in, definitely check out the link in the description down below. It's gonna be muscle building focused.